Hello, and welcome to my time tunnel. Today on my time tunnel, we're going to be going through an old lighter that's been in my family since 1960. Alright, and this is the famous Cherry Girl Zippo, or Rippo, I should say. And we'll go over the details on the other part of it. Usually these are faked to trick somebody into thinking they got a real service person's lighter. This really was a service person's lighter. This is a real fake from Korea in 1960. But it was my uncle's lighter. He got it while he was in the 7th Fleet on the USS Los Angeles heavy cruiser. They were in Korea right around that time, and this is one of the lighters he picked up while in Korea. See, it's got a repair job from the pin falling out. Now, if you notice from the markings on the bottom of this Zippo, it says Bradford RA. That's a classic sign of a Rippo. A rip-off Zippo. Made to trick anyone, pretty much. Serviceman, whatever. The weird thing about this one is the serial number does not match the case, that's for sure. And the made in T.Y.S. I've looked up made in T.Y.S. many times. I kind of think it's just somebody who didn't know how to abbreviate the United States, right? Instead of a U, used a Y. U as English is the only way I can do it. And it's the classic Cherry Girl. Now, the Cherry Girl lighter is well known. This lighter is well known for being counterfeited, ripped off. The sayings about it. This one's a pretty nice, well-made one. This is acid etched. You can tell just from how smooth the letterings are. And the famous saying. Now, I've seen this being counterfeited too, and people adding extra words that don't quite match and don't quite match up right in there. And don't fit on the lighter at all. And you can see this one says EDYGI. EDY is pretty much means come here, which very provocative lighter, as we know. A lot of people know this is a double image. You can go Google it. I won't do it on this channel because I don't want to be demonetized for a lighter. But this is a famous naughty lighter, so it's a bit randy. And if we look inside on this counterfeit, you can see it's got brass pins in it. You can see my uncle replaced the original pin over time. I almost thought about one time fixing that, but then I was like, no, it was his lighter. It ruined the originality of it. And when you open it up, it's got the same weird counterfeit stuff on here. Bradford RA, Zippo, and the wrong serial number, and made in TYS. It's a very interesting lighter. It's really cool, actually. Probably rarer than a Korean military Zippo lighter. Zippos were pretty wanted back then, and still today. But there's a lot more Zippos than there are some of these Rippos. Especially ones like this. This one was obviously made in Korea to sell to GIs or any service person who showed up, Navy or whatever, and everybody wanted one. Just ever since World War I and the old trench art lighters, everybody wanted a classic Zippo military lighter. So basically, my uncle bought this probably for a great price in Korea when he was with the 7th Fleet, and here it is today. It's been in my family since 1960. So I thought I'd do a good video review on it. And you'll find a lot of these faked nowadays. People buying new Zippos and doing some pretty terrible engraving jobs. I've seen some pretty poor versions of this. But I've researched it for quite a while. I've only seen one lighter really close to it, but not quite. Usually they're fakes. This is not a fake serviceman's lighter. It really was my uncle's, but It is a fake Zippo for sure. It is definitely one of the oldest Rippos. As a matter of fact, I had the Zippo Club tell me that it was one of the oldest rip-off Zippos they've ever seen. Because back then you could still, I mean, talking people wanted Zippos, and I'm sure counterfeiting was just starting on these right around then. And nowadays people counterfeit them just because everybody wants a real war lighter, or a serviceman's lighter that's been over there in service. So, of course, people fight over these and make counterfeits of them. It's pretty common. Um, they're pretty poorly done, though, usually. You usually can spot them a million miles away. These are a bit rare. I would say this lighter is almost rarer than some of the Zippo war lighters. A bit harder to find. It took me decades just to find one even close to it. I found one almost like it. Um, that was probably legit. This one is a legit lighter from Korea in 1960, but it is definitely a rip-off of a Zippo. It's really closely made, though. It is very close. Well made. It's held up through the years. It would still light now, guaranteed. But I don't use it. I don't use it. I got other lighters to use if I need a lighter. Anyways, this is the Cherry Girl lighter. Thanks for watching, and more to come soon.